The man says I said Kittleys. Diddle I?
Welcome back to Definitely Not Lore, the show where I talk about the history of your favorite fandoms. Today I am talking about the Beatles history and some fun facts. I'm sorry, I did say my first video would be about Star Trek, but that was taking me way too long to do. That's why this video is coming out like really late. But it was just hard. So I decided to do the Beatles since that's easier for me. I will get that Star Trek video out eventually. It might even be my next video, but I don't know. Anyways, I also might not do a video next month because lots of crazy stuff is going on in July. I only have a few days at home, but I might be able to write the script during that time. But anyway, let's get into this video. I'm sorry if the angle's a little different from last video. I suck at setting things up, so this might change a few times, but you'll have the same things. And I will keep looking down because memorizing it would be too hard, so I got a script. So the Beatles were a 1960s rock band from Liverpool. The members are John Lennon, Paul McCartney, George Harrison, and Ringo Starr. Alright, now I'm going to give you like a little history on each member. Alright, so John Lennon is born October 8th, 1940, and he died December 8th, 1980 due to murder. He was known as the Smart Beatle. He was legally blind and got his driver's license in 1965 at the age of 25. Married Cynthia from 1962 and divorced in 1968. And he married Yoko Ono in 1969. He had two children named Julian and Sean. He wrote songs like Ticket to Ride, I Wanna Hold Your Hand, Come Together, Help, Strawberry Fields, Hard Day's Night, and In My Life. And that was just during the Beatles' run. Paul McCartney. June 18th, 1942. His full name is Sir James Paul McCartney, so he went by his middle name. He was known as the Cute Beatle. He formed the band The Wings after the Beatles' breakup. He got knighted by the Queen on March 11th, 1997, and September 8th, 2012. Married Linda Eastman from 1969 to 1998 when she died. Heather Mills from 2002 to 2008 when they divorced, and Nancy Shevell from 2011 to now. He has 5 children: Stella, James, Beatrice, Heather, and Mary. He wrote songs like Yesterday, Blackbird, Love Me Do, and Hey Jude. So George, born February 25th, 1943, and died November 29th, 2001, due to lung cancer. He's nicknamed the Quiet Beatle. He married Patty Boyd from 1966 to 1977, and they divorced. And Olivia Arias from 1987 until his death. He had one child, Donnie, I don't know how to pronounce it. He wrote songs like Something and While My Guitar Gently Weeps. And then Ringo, my favorite Beatle, was born July 7th, 1940. His real name is Richard Starkey, but he was nicknamed Ringo because of the 4 rings he wears. He got knighted March 20th, 2018, married Maureen Cox in 1965 until they divorced in 1975. And Barbara Batch in 1981. And then he has 3 children, Zach, Lee, and Jason. He wrote the songs Don't Pass Me By and Octopus's Garden, so he only wrote 2 songs. Alright, so here's like the history of how they joined together and stuff like that. The Beatles evolved from John's previous group, called the Quarrymen, which started in 1957. They started building a reputation by playing in pubs and clubs in Liverpool and Hamburg, Germany. Originally as Stuart Sutcliffe, I think that's how you say it, Stuart Sutcliffe. played the bass, and Pete Best played the drums until Ringo came along in 1962. During the period of 1964 to 1985, they sold 75 million records. Today, that number is now 600 million records worldwide. Now I'm going to read their albums in order of release. Please Please Me, which came out in 1963, with the Beatles, Hard Day's Night with its film, and Beatles for Sale, which all came out in 1964. Help with its film, and Rubber Soul that both came out in 1965. We got Revolver that came out in 1966. Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band, which came out in 1967. Magical Mystery Tour with its film, and the White Album, which came out in 1968. We got Yellow Submarine with its film, Abbey Road, and Let It Be, which came out in 1969. Their style was mainly consisted of 50s style rock and roll, and explored in styles such as folk, Indian, hard rock, and psychedelic. And there are a lot of debates on why they broke up. The main ones were like artistic differences and John's girlfriend Yoko. Top 5 most popular songs were Hey Jude, A Day in the Life, Let It Be, Here Comes the Sun, and Yesterday. Now some facts. Some of these, I had to leave out a lot of facts because these are the just ones I feel safe saying. From Me to You is the shortest Beatles single, clocking in at 1 minute and 57 seconds. None of them could read sheet music. They recorded their album, Please Please Me, in less than a day. It was like 13 hours, I think. Many fans believe Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds was a reference to this drug. Originally, Ringo wanted to be a hairdresser. Ringo also voiced, I think it was the train conductor in like the 80s Thomas the Tank Engine. A lot of the songs were based off of real things or real people. Like, there was a real Eleanor Rigby that was buried in a graveyard, and Let It Be was based off of a dream that Paul had.
Why did Paul McCartney write Let It Be? I had a dream. It was in the years when we were probably overdoing everything, drinking and staying out too late and getting crazy. So I was a bit sort of exhausted and I went to bed. Anyway, I had a dream, and my mother, who died probably about 10 years previously, was in the dream. She came to me in the dream. It's a magic moment because you're actually there with your mother. So she seemed to know that I was a bit stressed out, and she said, don't worry, it's going to be fine. Just let it be. And I thought, wow. And just felt really great that my mother had given me that advice, and woke up and was just remembering the dream, and I thought, what did she say? She said, let it be. And so I thought that was a great idea for a song. So I went to the piano and wrote it.
Oh, there is a theory that Paul died in 1966 and then was replaced by a lookalike. And when they broke up, they were all under the age of 30. They were all in their 20s when they broke up. The last time they performed together was on January 30th, 1969, on the roof of the Apple Corps headquarters. Yeah, that was my Beatles history. It was kind of shortened because I didn't want this video to be too long. Anyway, if you want to learn more about the Beatles, I got most of the stuff from Wikipedia and just Googling it. So if you want a more in-depth history, go there. That was my video. See you next time. Bye. Hey guys, thanks again for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, and leave a comment of what fandom or movie you want me to cover next. Bye.